Let's first introduce some basic concepts on frequent patterns and association rules. We first look at this simple transaction example. There are 5 transactions, 10 to 50 are the transaction IDs, and these are the sets of items they bought. For example, transaction ID 10 contains beer, nuts, and diaper, which form an item set because this is a set of items. And for this particular one, it is 3 item set because it contains 3 items. And for each item set, you may have a concept of support. Support means in these transaction data set, how many times beer happens. Like in this particular case, there are 3 occurrences of beers in this transaction data, so the support count of beer is 3. But you also can use relative support. That means the fraction of the transactions. For example, there are total 5 transactions, 3 of them contains beers, so the relative support is 3 over 5, or you can say 60%. So we may see whether an item set X is frequent or not if X, the support of X, pass a minimum support threshold. For example, if we said the minimum support threshold is 50%, then we can see the frequent one item set in this data sets. You will find there are 4. Like beer, you can see there are 3 cases. This absolute support is 3. The relative support is 3 over 5 is 60%. Okay. But for frequent 2 item sets, you may check it. There's only 1, okay, because it's beer and diaper. They happen together 3 times out of 5. That's why we get this. But none of the other, item sets, they pass this 50% threshold, so there's only 1. And from the frequent item sets, we can introduce an interesting rule, association rule. That implies, for example, X implies Y. Simply says, if people buying X, what is the support and confidence people will buy the item set Y? Okay. Then S is the support, which is the probability X and Y contain together in this rule set. Okay. Then C is a confidence, which is conditional probability. That means if the transaction contains X, what is the probability it also contains Y? So for this probability computation, you can use support X union Y divided by support X. That means take the whole rule support divided by the left-hand side. You may see this notion X union Y. This is a set union. But if you look at the Venn diagram, actually transactions containing X could be this part. Transaction containing diaper, like beer is this part, diaper is this part. Containing both actually is their intersection. Okay, the intersection on the events. Okay, but from the item set point of view, actually the transactions containing both X and Y, both beer and diaper, you will say this one will count. That's why we use not X intersects Y, but X union Y. Okay, if you think X is beer, Y is diaper, X intersects Y will be empty. X union Y means it contains both. Then for association rule mining is actually try to find all such rules which pass a minimum support and a confidence threshold. Okay. We already know if we set minimum support is 0.5, we'll find these are the frequent 1 item sets, these are the frequent 2 item sets. From here, if we set minimum confidence is 50%, we are going to derive 2 association rules, because these 2 rules, if you use this computation, beer and diaper getting together is 3 here. Okay. Then it's 60% because 3 over 5. Then If every time beer occurs, you can see diaper also occur. That's why the confidence is 100%. But for diaper implies beer, you probably can see the diaper support is 4, beer support is 3. So that means there's only 75% of probability the customer buying a diaper likely will buy beer. Are there more rules in this one? Actually, if you check this, because this is only frequent two item set, these two are the only association rules that can be generated from this transaction data.